The first thing that we want to practice is drawing the zombie head. There are a lot of styles and designs that could work for the overall shape of the head, but I like to keep things very simple. So most of my zombies are a simple oval, but you can experiment with blockier shapes or oblong or more triangular. So we're gonna play around with a bunch of different possible head shapes and pick the ones that we like. Once we have a head shape that we like for our zombie, we're going to experiment with a bunch of different eye styles. We can get a lot of expression from eyes, and even though zombies are dead, they can still have a lot of life. My sort of go-to is very big circular eyes with small pupils. For some reason, to me, that looks the cutest and the funniest. If we were going for strictly cute, we would make very large eyes with very large pupils, but since zombies are supposed to be dead, I don't want their pupils to be that big. Another thing I like to do is I like to underline the under eye as much as possible for zombies because I feel like that makes them look tired and dead and a little more disheveled. There's a lot of different ways to do that. You can have an eyelid come up underneath. You can just do simple semicircular lines. I like to do several sometimes to give it a extra wrinkly, tired, bloodshot look. You can also experiment with indicating that lower eyelid by drawing half circles for the eyes. We should also decide if the eye is going to be set into the face or bulging out like a frog. You can do some pretty cool things with that, where you have the eyes are spheres that sit sort of outside of the cartoony zombie's head, and that way when they turn, you can see the eyes still overlapping. That's not realistic at all, but it's fun. Or you can keep things a little more realistic and have them set on, or you can keep them a little more stylized and have it look like they're part of the overall basketball shape and they conform to that sphere. All of these ideas work, and it's really a matter of finding a style that you like, something that makes you giggle. It's good practice to draw the zombie head from different angles and see what the eyes would look like shifted around. If you're drawing a more semi-realistic zombie or caricature-looking zombie, then the eyes are going to look a little bit more like a real human's eyes, that sort of classic almond shape. Remembering, of course, that the eye itself is spherical, and the only reason it looks almond-shaped is because of our eyelids. So those eyelids have to follow the form. We're not drawing super realistic stuff here, so it's okay to cheat that a little bit. Another fun thing to do is completely white out the eye. That's super creepy, and it has a bit of a more comic book look. What I like to do for the eyes sometimes, to keep them extra zombie-ish, is have one that's sort of a white pupil. That's kind of an interesting look, I always think. The other thing that's fun to do with zombies, with their eyes, is to keep them a little wall-eyed, sort of like The Simpsons. To do that, you just push each pupil outward a little bit so that they're not centered. When you've settled on an eye design that you like, we can move on to the mouth. Now, the mouths for zombies are a lot of fun because that's where they do all their biting and chomping. For me, I like to use kind of a frowny face. You can use straight line across for teeth, keeping the teeth all one shape. You can show the teeth on the top, you can show the teeth on the bottom, or you can show both top and bottom. So part of what we're deciding when we start adding teeth, and then in conjunction with the eyes, is what kind of expression we want the zombie to be making. For some reason, I love making zombies that look a little bit worried or confused. I don't know why, but that's really funny to me. But if you want to make classically angry or fierce zombies, then that's a little bit of a different style. Something that's fun to do also is showing individual rounded teeth. I've left eyebrows off all of these, but you can add eyebrows too, and that's a really easy way to get expression very quickly. You can quickly illustrate that a zombie is angry by pointing the eyebrows down. You can make a zombie that's a little more surprised by pointing them up. You can have a neutral expression. It's really up to you and what emotion you want to elicit. So hopefully you can see there's a lot of variety that you can get just from some simple eye shapes and some simple mouth shapes, and having a variety of teeth styles and pupil styles and under eye styles and eyelids and all that stuff.